Hello all you beautiful people, how you doing today? This is Lava Temptress and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome, hi, how are you? Today we're going to be talking more about Tinker's Construct, and today we're going to be going into all the tools that you can use with it. Now we're just going to go into the basics of the tools. I will do a separate one on modifiers and a separate one on weapons, because if not, the video is going to be way too long and nobody wants to watch that. Right? Right. Alright. Alright, so first of all, for our Tinker's tools, as we saw in one of the previous videos, if you don't know how, this is our table setup, and you can go check that out. I did want to demonstrate, if you have two different types of table, this is the typical tool station that you start with, but if you upgrade it and you just set one next to it instead of do it, if you go into the tables, you'll see that you can only get the tool station. Well, I was in the tool station, so if I go here, it'll go to the tool station, but it doesn't show the regular one. So make sure that you take that out. Whoops. Still in creative. Okay, hold on. We need to be in survival. Whoops. In order to do this. So, alright, well, and I probably should have gotten rid of that first, but that's okay. So anyway, you want to make sure that you have this tool table in here and not anything else, not one of the other ones. Alright, so let's get into the tools, because Tinker's adds some pretty cool tools and some pretty basic tools if you're familiar with vanilla Minecraft. So vanilla Minecraft, obviously we have a pickaxe, and a pickaxe works a way that you would expect a normal pickaxe to do. There's different materials you can make it out of, but we're not going to go into that. We're going to go into what the different tools are. So the pickaxe works the way any pickaxe in vanilla Minecraft does. It's just a pickaxe. But we need to know how to make that. So if we go in here, we're going to make our part. We're going to have our smeltery set up, which I didn't set one up, but we're going to take our different parts and we're going to click on, for instance, the pickaxe. So I pulled out some tools here. I'm just doing manulin. Manulin is good material to use, but my tools are all purple just because that's my favorite color. Alright, so we're going to pull out like the pickaxe head. It said we needed a binding, so for instance we could pull out firewood binding, which gives us auto smelt. And we could pull out, okay, so the paper ones, if you make anything, one of your things out of paper, so for instance, let's do this, it will give you an extra modifier. So if we go in here, a pickaxe, so we want to place the pieces exactly where it says. If you don't know, it'll tell you right here what components you need. Thankfully it shows us, so we just put it in there. Now you see we have writable, that's because the paper tool rod, that's going to give us an extra modifier. Okay, so if we hold shift, we have 4 modifiers, whereas if we take that out and we grab, say, the cobalt tool rod, go back there. If you go in and it looks like this, just click on whatever it is you're trying to make again. Okay, so if we put cobalt in there instead, and we look at it, we only have 3 modifiers. So the paper adds another modifier, but we're not going to do that now. But that is something you should probably know if you want extra modifiers. Alright, so we're going to have this. This is our manulin pickaxe, and it has auto smelt on it. So, well, auto smelt is going to add, so if you mine ores or cobble instead of cobble, when you mine the stone instead of cobble, you're going to get stone back. So even if I put these cobble down, then it's going to automatically turn it into stone for us. It'll do the same wood, it'll turn into charcoal and all that, but that's a modifier or material that you can use to do that. Alright, so next, vanilla tools, obviously you're going to have an axe. Well, that's what the hatchet is. And then we have a shovel. So again, you're just going to go in here and you're going to, for the axe, the hatchet, you need the tool rod, the axe head, and the binding. For the shovel, you just need the shovel head, the tool rod, and the binding. Okay, and they work exactly the way you think they would work. Now here's something that's pretty cool. You have your shield here, and you can use it one of two ways. Well, three ways. You can do it the vanilla way and put a shield there. But, meh, I don't like the shields. So instead, I'm going to put my shovel there. So if I have my axe in my hand, or my pickaxe, say we're going to go mining. So say we want to go mining and, whoops. We click on here, it's automatically going to use whatever tool that we need. So I have the pickaxe actually in my hand, and I'm right clicking like you normally would to mine. But it automatically uses whatever tool we need. So if I go back to the dirt, it's automatically going to use the shovel. If I go to the stone, it's going to use the pickaxe. So that's pretty cool. But there's another way you can use it, and something that I really like when I go mining. And that is to put your torches there. So then, I'm still on my pickaxe. I can right click and place the torch on the wall here. Now it'll only last until you run out of torches, but all you have to do is put more torches up here in that slot, and there you go. So that's what I use to go mining, because it's pretty cool. Plus, with Tinkers, it adds the, let's switch to our regular pickaxe head. So if we get our stone, while we're mining, we can get coal. And if you put two cobblestone together, it creates the stone rods. Well, a stone rod, you can put here, put your coal on top, and it makes a stone torch. So it makes it really effective when you're going mining to be able to do a whole bunch without having to run back and forth for supplies and more torches, or have to carry a whole bunch on you, because that's a pain in the butt too until you get more storage. Alright, so next, and the hatchet works the same way as a normal hatchet would. Let's go over here. So, for instance, if we're mining a tree, it's just going to do whatever block you're on, right? No big deal. So, nothing, it just works like a regular axe and everything. Let's sleep real quick, because don't want nighttime to come. Not that we couldn't kill mobs, we definitely could, but... Alright, so, and that's our hatchet. So, those are the basic tools that you get in Minecraft. Now, here's where Tinkers gets really, really cool. I really don't want to carry a hatchet and a shovel on me. So, instead, I'm going to make this Mattock. And with the Mattock, let me put my tools over here. There we go. So, with a Mattock, it's pretty cool. In here, it's this one right here. And instead of doing all the bindings and stuff, you're just going to do the hatchet head, the shovel head, and a tool rod. So, this is a pretty cool tool. I love it, and I use it all the time. I hardly ever make a regular hatchet or shovel because, meh. So, this one's pretty cool because not only can you mine the wood, dig the grass, but if you right-click, it acts like a hoe, too. So, it's like having 3 tools in one, and I absolutely love it. So, honestly, I don't ever make a shovel or a hatchet, because I don't, and rather than carry those 2 tools around, I would rather carry the Mattock around. Nice, right? Yeah. Alright, so next we have the comma. And the comma is pretty cool. I don't know why I came from over here, because we still need it. Because it will shear, it acts like shears. Exactly like shears. So it'll shear leaves for us, and it does 1 leaf at a time. But we can also go and shear animals. So if we go over here, there's a little sheepy here. Come here, sheepy. And it just shears them, just like shears would. No big deal. Right? Get our shears on. So that one's pretty cool because that one works as shears. But Tinkers has to up everything, right? And again, I'm not going to go into all of them, but the tools are in here. It'll tell you exactly how to make it. You need the comma head, the binding, and the tool rod to make that. For the hammer that we're going to do next, you need the hammer plate, 2 large plates, and a tough tool rod. So next we're going to take a look at what the expansions are for all these regular tools. So Tinker's adds a hammer, and the hammer's pretty cool because, well, it does multiples at once. And you can add the stuff, so like I could add auto smelt on it, I could add fortune on it, but it does a 3x3 section, so it mines 9 at a time. There is one caveat though, and that is if you have dirt in the middle, so say we have, well, let's say that one's not dirt. Let's say we have dirt like that, you know, because it's weird. So if we have dirt there, but the rest of it's stone, it will not mine the dirt. So just keep that in mind. You will have to go back in. Usually when that happens when I'm mining, because I like to do strip mines, I just put a piece of dirt there and use my other tool, which is my excavator, which is a 3x3 shovel. So the excavator works on anything that you would normally use a shovel for. So whether it's dirt, grass, sand, gravel, all that stuff. But it makes it so much faster to gather your resources. So pretty nice, right? Well, we're not done yet, because then we have the lumber axe. And the lumber axe is probably, well, probably one of my favorite tools, to be honest. I like the hammer and everything because you can mine better, but the lumber axe is like, hello. It takes down a whole small tree with one swipe. One little swipe. Isn't that awesome? But that's not it. So let's go over to, you know, when I set up my tree farms, I like to set them up so they're all together for the oak. Because really what I'm after is the wood. I'm not after anything else. I'm after the wood. And actually, before I do that, let me show you the scythe, because the scythe is like the comet. It works as a shear, but it does shears in a 3x3. So it also works for animals. So if you have your sheep next to each other, and I do believe I put some sheep spawning in here. Yes. Yes, I did. All right, so if we have sheep together and we use this, it did do it that time. They ran away. They ran away. But it will, depending on how close they are, it will grab 2 sheep at once. So let's see. Let's see if we can get it to work. See? Both of them at once. Nice. So it's pretty cool because then it does the same thing, but it works as a 3x3 for shears. All right. And I wanted to show you that because we're going to chop down this wood. So our lumber axe, if you look, it'll show you a black outline of where it's going to go. That works for the hammer. See, it works for the hammer, it works for the lumber axe, and it works for the excavator. But if it's not the proper tool, it won't highlight it. So since I have the excavator, you only see one there and not the 3x3. So that would be a way to remember which tool, but so it took all of them down even though I mined a 3x3. Now if I would have done it from the bottom, it would have taken all of them down. But see now, since it's just the bottom layer, it's not going to do that. So what does it do with jungle trees? Well, let's see. First of all, we can use the comma to get multiple vines at once. Very nice, right? Because if you want vines, why is it? No, it's not giving me the vines. Okay, that's a bug. It is supposed to give you the vines. Okay, so to cut this down, now if you want to cut a whole tree down, you want to do the very bottom block. That's very important. And it cuts It does sometimes miss a few blocks up there, so you'd have to pillar up and get the rest of it. But look how much time that's going to save us. And sometimes, depending the way the tree's laid out, sometimes it will take the whole thing down at once. So lumber axe for the win. I love the lumber axe because isn't that such an awesome tool? I love it. I really, really love it. This is why I wanted to do Tinker's Mod, because I love Tinker's Mod so very much. So this is all the tools that you can use. Again, you can put modifiers and stuff on them, like fortune and speed increase and all this other kind of stuff, but it's a lot, so we're going to have to do that in a separate video. Especially if you already know about tools and stuff and you just want to know about modifiers. I thought it'd be easier so that way people can choose what it is they want to learn about. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it informative. I love Tinkers, and if you've never played with it, this is such an awesome mod, even just to add to vanilla, as you can see. And that's going to be it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If there's anything you would like to know, I am planning on doing another video with weapons and modifiers, so we're already doing that. But if there's something else that I haven't already covered and you would like to see it, just let me know. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can see when the next ones come out. And the notification bell will actually send you a notification when the videos come out. Plus, it helps me out, get me up in that YouTube algorithm. So thank you. All right, until next time, this is Lava Temptress. Don't get burned. Bye.